Look at these cities. They are monuments to human logic. Perfect grids, right angles, streets aligned precisely north, south, east, and west. This orderly vision wasn't accidental. It was the bedrock of American urban planning. The idea that if we build our cities rationally, our lives will follow suit. A plan so mathematically elegant, it was practically flawless. And then, somebody screwed it up. This isn't just about a poorly executed street corner. This is about an entire major American metropolis that fundamentally is built on a monumental surveying blunder. A city where the north-south axis of the initial grid is literally offset from the subsequent development by several degrees. The result? An urban nightmare that has plagued commuters, confused mapmakers, and generated some of the weirdest real estate plots in the Midwest for over 200 years.
Today, we are diving deep into the colossal planning error that created one of the most frustratingly crooked cities in the United States, Indianapolis. We'll uncover who made the mistake, why it matters today, and how a tiny misalignment in the 1820s still causes rush hour chaos every single morning. Stay tuned, because once you see the map, you can't unsee the chaos. To understand the accident, we must first appreciate the ambition. In 1820, Indiana needed a new capital. They chose a completely undeveloped, marshy spot near the White River. It was a blank slate, the perfect opportunity to create a utopian American city. C. Ralston was a geometrical perfectionist. He wasn't going to just throw down some random streets. He was going to create a capital city built on absolute symmetry and civic grandeur. It was a perfect 1 mile by 1 mile grid, centered on the Governor's Circle, the precursor to Monument Circle. The streets were meticulously aligned.
This initial core was the essence of rational planning. It was beautiful, predictable, and perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions. The core idea was simple. Start with a perfect square, build outwards, and the city will expand logically, making navigation effortless. For the first few years, this worked perfectly. The mile square was a model of order. But as the city began to expand past that initial square mile, as it had to, the surveyors ran into a problem that Ralston, or perhaps the subsequent officials, completely failed to anticipate. The problem wasn't geography, it was mathematics, politics, and a fundamental misunderstanding of alignment. When the time came to survey and plat the land outside of Ralston's original mile square, the task wasn't handled by one centralized authority with Ralston's laser-like focus. Instead, it became a patchwork effort.
Various county surveyors and private developers started plotting their additions, and here's where the catastrophic disconnect happened. Ralston's original mile square was aligned to true north, the geographical pole. We're talking about a difference of just a few degrees, perhaps only 2 or 3 degrees of rotation. But when you apply that difference over the course of decades and across hundreds of square miles, those small discrepancies become enormous, road-warping chasm.
Imagine trying to tile a massive floor. You start with a perfect row, but when you hire another team to start tiling 50 feet away, they start their rows rotated just a tiny bit. By the time the two teams meet in the middle, their perfectly straight rows collide in a sharp, messy, zigzagging line. That's Indianapolis. They butt heads awkwardly, leaving Indianapolis filled with thousands of confusing, skewed intersections. What does this historical hiccup feel like in the 21st century? It feels like road rage. For the modern resident, the crooked grade creates 2 major daily headaches. Instead of driving straight for miles, you drive perfectly north on a street like College Avenue, only to hit an invisible boundary, that old survey line, and suddenly the street jumps 1 block over, requiring an abrupt left and then a right just to continue on the same street name. It's a traffic bottleneck built into the fundamental structure of the city.
When 2 slightly rotated grids collide, they don't just jog. They sometimes create brand new streets running at odd 45-degree angles, roads that attempt to smooth out the transition, but often end up just introducing more complexity. These diagonals, like the famed Massachusetts Avenue, cut across the established grid, creating confusing, multi-pronged intersections that defy standard traffic flow. And the real estate? Oh, the real estate. Imagine owning a triangular commercial building, impossible to zone efficiently, with one side of the property aligned with true north and the other aligned with magnetic north. These gores and slivers of land left over from the surveying collision become some of the weirdest and most valuable or utterly unusable plots in the city. They are the physical manifestation of a 200-year-old clerical error. Okay, so Indianapolis residents, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Which specific intersection in your city makes you want to pull your hair out every time you drive through it? Let me know in the comments below. Is it a jog? A weird three-way merge? I want to hear your worst road rage culprit. And while you're down there, if you find these deep dives into history and urban planning fascinating, take 1 second to hit that like button. It really helps this channel bring more forgotten history to the surface. All right, let's get back to the crooked city. You might be wondering, why didn't they just fix it? Why didn't someone come in with a bulldozer in the 1950s and realign the whole thing? The simple answer is the enormous cost and disruption. Once structures are built, especially permanent ones like railways, hospitals, and hundreds of commercial buildings, you cannot economically rotate the ground they sit on. The grid misalignment became literally cemented into the city's infrastructure.
So the city government has had to manage the unmanageable. They tried standardization. They tried renaming roads. They even introduced elaborate numbering systems to try and bring logical order to the chaos. But the underlying geometry remains hostile. The most fascinating aspect of this blunder is how it forced the city to build its high-speed infrastructure, the interstates and major bypasses, around the problem. Unlike Manakand or Phoenix, the Indianapolis inner-city highways have to contort themselves, creating massive, confusing interchanges specifically designed to hop over the area where the two grids smash together. The legacy of Ralston's perfect initial vision, combined with the subsequent surveying sloppiness, is a powerful lesson in the cascading effects of human error. A few degrees off 2 centuries ago means millions of dollars in extra road maintenance, countless hours lost in confusing traffic jams, and a city where Google Maps sometimes just throws its hands up in despair.
It's a reminder that even the most ambitious plans are only as good as the precision of their execution. So there it is, the tale of the city designed for perfection that ended up unintentionally crooked. Indianapolis stands as a testament to the fragile nature of urban planning. What seems like a trivial rotation on a piece of paper in 1821 translates into real-world frustration and strange architectural anomalies today. It makes you think, how many subtle historical blunders are still dictating the shape of our daily lives, from the way we commute to the shape of the land we own? Sometimes, the most frustrating parts of modern life are simply echoes of mistakes made by people who are long gone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the weird world of city planning and historical error, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We cover the forgotten stories and hidden structures that make up our modern world every week.
What other cities do you know that have strange accidental quirks in their design? Let me know in the comments. And click on the video linked on your screen now. It's our look at the city that decided to build its streets under the actual ground. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.